Meet the visitors.
Thanks for joining us here on and checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. And for the Lakers, we've got Jared Vanderbilt. LeBron James is out there with Doncic. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. Should be a lot of great ball movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
On the wing, Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
Well, free throws good from Doncic. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Vanderbilt with the steal. Doncic outside. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Doncic. Missed inside. Now the Timberwolves with it. Outside Edwards. Inside, 6 to shoot, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. They get it back, and Gobert kicks to Edwards. This one for 3. Drills it from outside.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now, here's Doncic. James looking around. And he converts the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Pass to Hayes. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. They're worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. .143 left in the first quarter. Edwards drives in, misses the baby hook.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's James. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Now here's Randall. DiVincenzo with it. Randall a screen on Doncic. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Does not find the mark. He's made two and missed one now. To the middle, here's Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
High IQ pass by LeBron. He reads the floor and gets it to the open shooter.
Edwards a screen on Doncic. They need this. And the layup is up and in. DiVincenzo's got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Hachimura with a screen on Edwards. Doncic passes to Hayes. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Timberwolves trail by 7. Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Edwards against LeBron. Shakes him. And it's laid in by Edwards. He has 5.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Now here's James. It's stolen by Edwards. 3-on-3. Back to McDaniel. Deflects the pass. Vanderbilt with the steal. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
No good. Shot missing. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Hachimura out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's LeBron James. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
And normally near the top, handling the ball. Luka sneaking out to the corner there, getting free for 3.
LeBron against DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randall with a screen for Edwards. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
James. Oh, epic move by LeBron.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
Here's Edwards. Good D by James. Lakers leading by 7. To the wing right side. Hachimura finds James. Minnesota with the rebound. It's tipped. It's stolen by Hachimura. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now, here's DiVincenzo. He has 6. Reed with a screen for Edwards. They get the rebound. Five to shoot. To end the run. Vanderbilt with the rebound. The Lakers in the lead. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
David, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
And there's no shortage of fight in Doncic. He's a counterpuncher. Hit him with a 3, and he is coming right back at you.
Now, here's James. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
Randall outside. And Randall throws it down.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And then jammed down as it goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Stunning the crowd and the defense with that one. What a show from Doncic.
Edwards against James. Randall outside. Reed with a screen on Vanderbilt. Randall no good. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 16-5 run. Here's James. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Here's Edwards. Nice move. Outside for Randall. And it's off from three-point range. LeBron slashes inside, and James throws it down hard.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by James.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Miller is out there with Gobert. And it's Minot in at the small forward. I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before. Richard, do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
Now, Alexander Walker. Pass to Gobert. Miller with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 17. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. No good on the triple. Shannon passes to Alexander Walker. Here is Miller. Kleba with the rebound. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Reeves drives in, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And a hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Alexander Walker. Drills the three-pointer. Alexander Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Len passes to Reeves. Len sets a screen for Reeves. Back to Len. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Comes up empty down low. Lakers leading by 16. Finney Smith finds Reeves. There's the triple. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And the Lakers have possession. After the basket by Minnesota, Finney Smith banked in off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 16.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
2 minutes remaining.
Reeves, that's a two-pointer. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Alexander Walker.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers. Can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
He takes it in. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now, here's Milton. Still scoreless. 1:04 left in the third. Timberwolves passing it around. Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Reeves outside. With the floater, he lays it in. Reeves has got 8 points in the quarter.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Here's Alexander Walker. Finney Smith defending. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And they're behind right now, but you can't pin the blame on this guy. Nope, he's got to get some more help from somebody on his team. Help him. Help that man.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And here is Milton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one.
At the line for 2.
To some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's...
And so it's Los Angeles, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hayes. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's James in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5. Here's Vanderbilt. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
The three. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. For 3, Edwards. Kept alive. Here's McDaniels. They can't stop the run with that one. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Doncic.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Lakers leading by 19. From outside the arc, makes that one his 6th of the night. Very healthy 6 for 9. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Out to Edwards. Shoots over Doncic. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards from the arc. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, he thought he could slip by there and grab the board, but got too much body and gets called for going over the back.
And this is why we say lockout. It is a fundamental thing that is often overlooked and hurts you every time. He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And here are the Lakers. They're on a 16-7 run. There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. Over to the wing. And it's Hachimura in the corner. Vanderbilt finds James. Tries again. Out to Doncic for the 3. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out
of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels, and they recover it. For three, Edwards. Vanderbilt with the rebound. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And Hayes throws it down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And he banks in the layup.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
From deep three-point territory. Off on that one. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks. So for our reporter, David...
UK sport. Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. We've got Alperon Şengün, Thompson out there with Green. Then it's Tari Eason, and it's Brooks in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Rui Hachimura is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Jackson Hayes, and it's James in at the 2 spot. Doncic finds James. Better be on your game tonight, Clark. These teams like to go, go, go.
Exciting for us and the fans, BA, but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh.
And Houston has possession. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. To the inside, Green. Inside, here's Şengün. And that comes off the assist by Green.
He's got a real nice feel for the game. Şengün's quick to make the most of an open look when it avails itself.
Hachimura with a screen on Eason. The 3, James drains the triple.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens. Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Eason, good.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth. Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And there's the call on Ben Thompson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
James against Eason. James, right side. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. James has got 5.
His overall size and strength really sets James apart from the rest of his peers when you think about his skill set inside.
Now here's Green. With the drive. Oh, he goes right over LeBron and slams it down.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Şengün. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Defense on top of Şengün inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
The shot by James, no good. The Rockets have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Thompson passes to Green. Thompson with a screen. Pass to Şengün. It's stolen by James. Here we go, all alone. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
As soon as he got the ball, LeBron was full steam ahead.
Here's Thompson. So it'll be 2. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People
Shooting for Houston. Thompson. 2 shots.
Smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That free throw's good from Thompson. The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Clark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory. All systems are on go when LeBron has the ball behind the arc.
Green for 3. The shot, no good.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
And the basket by Hachimura.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets, trailing by 4. Brooks a screen on James. Here's Green. Brooks outside. Screen by Eason. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Here's James. After the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago.
Speed and power and the ability to finish with both hands make LeBron James's drives deadly.
And here is Green. Pass to Eason. And here's Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Back to Eason. And there it is for him. Eason's got 5 now.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Outside for Green. James with the block. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. An insane quarter. No one could stop. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
You know, something else they've done really, really well, and I know the analytics don't support it, but they've made the most out of their mid-range jumper opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Green. Dillon Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Şengün in at the center position. Out to Hachimura. Thompson with a steal. Back comes Houston in transition. And it's hammered home by Green.
Terrific job by Green, utilizing that world-class speed to get out ahead of everybody else.
Here's Doncic. Oh, Luka playing grown man ball inside.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Outside, Green. Again, Green missing.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength, and then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
LeBron on the go and slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Tari Eason.
Defender gets caught in a bad position there. LeBron so powerful enough to convert through contact.
Clark, what's incredible about LeBron, he makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Doncic, good.
No let up at all. Doncic is relentless. He's going to get his. You can count on him.
James against Green. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. To the paint. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it.
Los Angeles ball.
The Lakers lead by 5. James outside. Hachimura with a screen on Eason. Out to the right wing. Vanderbilt against Brooks. Vanderbilt to pass to Hachimura. 4 on the clock. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
1:35 left in the first half. Pass to Hayes. Oh, they get a hand on it. Thompson with a steal. Outside Eason. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Hayes with it. And it's Şengün picking him up. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A., and working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer. Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far. In some ways, he's just unstoppable.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now Los Angeles with it. Big run right now for him. 11-2. Out to Hachimura. James outside. Clock at 6. Launches it. Rockets with a rebound.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
James passes to Hachimura. Back to James. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And so it's Los Angeles closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be back in a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Austin Reeves out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Kleba in at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the officials.
Back to Reeves. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Landale.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Cross is over. Oh, wow!
Watch out below.
Big finish.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game, his confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well, where he can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Outside Tate, the three ball. Knocks down the triple. Tate's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Here's Smith. There's the drive. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. And now just a three-point Los Angeles lead. Outside Reeves from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now Tate. And finished off by Tate.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
It's Reeves with the drive. Good. Reeves has got 5.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Whitmore. No made baskets yet. Here he goes. And the shot goes in.
Yes, slashing toward the hoop. Whitmore not hesitating when he sees an opportunity.
Reeves with the ball. Green picks him up. Green against Reeves. Out to Kleba. The shot comes out. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Down low. Green against Milton for the lead. And it's hammered home by Green.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Reeves up top. Green covering. Reeves, the pass to Kleba. Back to Reeves. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Reeves has got 7 now in this quarter. 46 seconds left in the third. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Houston making some changes. 40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Green finds Şengün. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes.
And Şengün is a hard player to get a handle on. Pretty unpredictable, which makes him hard to guard without fouling.
Both free throws good from Şengün. The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
6 to shoot. It's James with the drive. Strong off the bounce, LeBron. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Into the lane. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Doncic launches from deep. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Dylan Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Green, and it's Thompson in at the two-guard spot. Doncic passes to James. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And, you know, they've been stupendous challenging shots and protecting the rim. Their block numbers really reinforce what we've seen from them in terms of rim protection.
Doncic against Thompson. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
James with the ball to the middle. Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Eason against Doncic. Pass to James. Kicks it to Doncic. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, I agree with you. Big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing.
Oh, huge slam by LeBron.
Man, I like seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Green against James. Outside, Green. Screen by Eason to stop the drought, and it's Green off the drive.
It's a part of his game that LeBron takes a lot of pride in, shot blocking and defending. He's no slouch at that end of the floor.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Green. Oh, don't let Green get a step. Wow.
When Green turns on the speed, watch out. Blew by the defense on the drive that time.
2 minutes.
Green against James.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist.
Oh, wow.
Get
Come
out
on,
the way.
with authority.
Superior ball handling from Green that time. Had the defender on his heel.
Oh, and the jam by James.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
He sees the taller defender, and he just gets more aggressive.
To the inside, and it's slammed in by Hachimura.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Lakers.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for LeBron James.
His range and timing protecting the rim. He blocked a lot of shots and altered even more. And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
Second team foul.
Here's James. Up and in on the layup. James has got 43 points.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Hayes. And now we've got an intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
And it's Houston's ball. Outside, Green. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. James with the ball. Green picks him up. Now, here is James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from way outside. Can't connect. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. And it's Green, and it's Thompson, and it's Brooks in at the 3.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Now here's Green. Eason, a screen on McDaniel. Green against McDaniel. Pass to Eason. 6 on the shot clock. Sengun drives in. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. At the elbow, it's Gobert. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Shoots the 3. Gobert. Outside for Randall. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And here is DiVincenzo, following Jalen Green's 3. Knocked away and stolen by Thompson. Brooks outside. Sengun finds Brooks, and it's in there.
And he plays with swagger, and when Brooks makes plays like that, it just fuels his fire even more.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shot, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Outside Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. Here's Gobert. Out to Edwards. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Green against Gobert. A second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Green taking his time here. Eason, a screen on McDaniel. Pass to Eason. And the 3 ball is good.
A whole selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Sengun is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Here's Brooks. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Sweet move. And it's laid in by Brooks. Brooks has got 5.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Edwards can't hit. And here's Houston. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Pass to Eason. 3-pointer. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. DiVincenzo against Eason. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Thompson surveying the floor. Pass to Eason. Brooks with a screen on Randall. Here's Eason. Julius Randall with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Edwards against Thompson. Edwards no good. It's tipped and stolen by DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Green. At the end of one, a closer contested game so far. Rockets lead by 1. We've got more in store for you right. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Amen Thompson. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Brooks, and it's Green in at the point. And finished by McDaniel.
Well, you can't be careless when Edwards is roaming nearby because he can and will pick your pocket, which leads to points in transition.
Brooks setting the pick for Green. Brooks finds Green. Brooks with a screen on McDaniel. Shot clock at 5. Shooting foul as the whip. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered.
Shooting for Houston, Jalen Green, 2 shots.
View in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly. Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Green up on top, defended by Gobert. Minnesota in the lead. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Poked loose and stolen by Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Here's Green. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Up top, Şengün. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Green against Edwards. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Randall with the ball. He's covered by Eason. It's tipped. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
The Timberwolves gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And so DiVincenzo nails both of them. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Trailing by 4. Eason with a screen for Green. 53 seconds left now here in the second. And it's Green with the jam.
And once Green gets the ball there, not much you can do defensively.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. What a sweet jam by Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
It's trailed by 4. Here's Thompson. Over in the corner, Green. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Clock at 6. And it's Green with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Edwards passes to Randall, and stolen by Şengün. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Oh, showing off the athleticism. Green's eyes light up when he's on the break. Easy to see why.
DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Minnesota on top, up 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jalen Green, he's really been playing well.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
They've got Miller. He's out there with Reed. And it's Shannon in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Tries a 3 off the inbound.
And you see a big defensive upside in Whitmore. He's quick and has great strength.
4-on-3 break. For the lead. Reed with the rebound. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Green. Alexander Walker with the ball. Here's Reed. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Whitmore. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
Timberwolves foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Smith on the wing. No scoring in this one. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, and it's Houston with another.
And this is what's expected of Smith at the pro level, to be aggressive in trying to score.
Here's Alexander Walker. Tate covering. Nifty move. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Driving in, and Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
To the paint. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Landale. They kick it out to Green for the lead. Rebound, Minnesota. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Here's Whitmore. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the foul on Jayshawn Tate. That is his first foul of the game. There's a good screen. Alexander Walker passes to Miller. Alexander Walker on the wing. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Here's Smith. The Rockets with another miss. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Shannon passes to Reed. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Down low. Here's Landale. Yes, that goes in. Landale's got the game tied up here for Houston.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Working on Tate. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Here's Whitmore. And the layup's good off the glass. Whitmore's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Here's Alexander Walker. Tate covering. Reed with a screen on Tate. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Oh, offensive interference. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
The Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's DiVincenzo. 8 points for him. And here's Edwards from the arc. Good on the triple. Edwards got 10. Just 3 on the clock. And Şengün throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Timberwolves lead by 3. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the Rockets. Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Şengün in at the center position.
Solid job of moving the ball by Green, setting up a teammate.
Here's DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Houston. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And all game long, they worked the ball inside. It's really worked well for them offensively.
To take the lead. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 1. Out to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Edwards with the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Brooks grabs the board.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
It's Brooks on the wing, defended by DiVincenzo. That gives them the lead. And the Rockets lead by 1.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Edwards against Green. Edwards making a statement.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Şengün. Lets it go with a 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist in this one. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Green. Oh, wow, what a Green move inside.
That is incredible.
And one of Green's best assets is leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. And Gobert kicks to DiVincenzo. Buries the long-range jumper.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Out to Thompson. Beyond the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. 3-pointer. Kept alive. And finished off by Gobert.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Green passes to Eason. Off target from outside. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown. The 4th, only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Edwards dishes to Gobert. Back to Edwards. With the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Thompson, a screen on McDaniel. On the wing, Green. McDaniel's defending. Here's Thompson. Got it.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Alexander Walker. Good. That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
Guys, more than a roar, more like an explosion.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Green inside, working on McDaniels.
Oh, big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Green. Count it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. It's stolen by Edwards. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see here?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Rui Hachimura. Hayes is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's James in at the 2. And for Minnesota, Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. That one's good for 2. And here's Doncic. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Here's Randle, following the score by Los Angeles. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. No good with the triple. Now Los Angeles with it, and keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. He spoke about LeBron James' ability to completely control the game. They want to set the pace for themselves and make LeBron and his guys play catch-up. Coach said we have to play our brand of basketball and not worry about who's on the other side. Play our game, set the pace, and we should be all right. Back to you, B.A.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And Minnesota has possession, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's DiVincenzo. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. James outside. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. James has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, the deep bomb from LeBron, who makes that shot look effortless.
McDaniels, that's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Doncic. And slam dunk by James.
Oh, stop it. That one just too easy for LeBron James. So high above the rim.
Outside Edwards. Reid, a screen on James. Here's Edwards. And he lays it up and in.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Just great instincts. He knows what to do when he gets near the rim. Love to watch this guy work.
And Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
He was gripping the rock on the way to the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. Edwards looking for an opening. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 7.
Well, the work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
It's James on the wing. McDaniels covering. Here's Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Luka Doncic has a big, strong frame. The N1 chance, nicely done.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
They've also done a great job finding openings and exploiting them. Take those lanes when they're given and turn them into points.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Hachimura from long range. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Doncic outside. Hayes with a screen on Edwards. Doncic passes to Hayes. Stolen by Reid. Up top, Edwards. Guarded by Doncic. Reid sets a screen. Edwards against Doncic. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Uses the glass on the layup. Edwards got 9 points.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior. Such a tough check.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. It's James on the wing. Outside Vanderbilt. The shot's good on the assist by James.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Man, a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up by 2. We've got more in store for you right after. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, they've got Jackson Hayes. Luka Doncic is out there with James. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt, and it's Hachimura in at small forward. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, BA, when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Now, here is James. He's got 13. James, a screen on Edwards. Back to James. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher in tight. Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Wow, quick trigger from Luka. Ready on the catch to release and fire.
Here's DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. Let's go with a 3. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. Out to James. Tries again. Reed with the rebound.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Randall, the pass to DiVincenzo. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Doncic outside. Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Hey, see the attention Luka draws. That's why his teammates get so many wide open looks.
Pass to Randall. James against Edwards. Beyond the arc. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple! Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Yeah, Doncic is used to and accustomed to all this contact. In fact, you get the sense he loves and relishes this kind of play.
DiVincenzo against Doncic. Reed for 3. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. The Lakers in the lead. Look at Doncic finishing the break in style.
What a basketball mind when you think about Luka Doncic. This guy in the break is exploiting defenses.
The drive by DiVincenzo. Yeah, that one's good. DiVincenzo's gotten 4 this quarter. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Edwards against Doncic. To the paint. To the wing on the left. Hayes for three. The offensive rebound. Vanderbilt against Randall. Second chance shot. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Los Angeles shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Doncic's shot is good.
There is this fundamental confidence to what Luka does, and those difficult floaters, no problem.
Edwards a screen on Doncic. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. 30 seconds left in the first half. Oh, Edwards powers it home.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Here's Doncic. 14 points for him. James deciding where to go with it. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes a first.
What's remarkable about LeBron is the complete command of the game. Not only his team, but you'll hear opponents joke about how well he knows their plays.
Edwards with it. Pass to Reed. Back to Edwards. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range. Edwards got 19 points.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
They've got Miller. He's out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Shannon in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Outside Milton. Driving in. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Timberwolves. Minnesota has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Pass to Alexander Walker. For the lead. Miller against Kleba. Here's Minot. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Reeves. Out to Kleba. Back to Reeves. Outside Finney-Smith. Here's Lynn. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Dorian Finney-Smith. Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Lakers trail by 4. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Yeah, this is the kind of shot that the team relies on Finney-Smith to make. You get a look, you've got to be willing to knock it down.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Gobert. Here's Shannon. Back to Gobert. And there's the whistle. And I think that was a clear path foul there. Yep, the offense will get one shot at the line and retain possession. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. Doris, in a league that glorifies offense, you have to appreciate what Finney-Smith brings to the defensive end.
B.A., one of those guys who brings versatility and perhaps more importantly, dependability. You can put him on the ball, off ball, guards, even bigs. You talk about a true do-it-all defender, that's Dorian Finney-Smith.
Here's Reeves. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Now Alexander Walker. Inside. Here's Gobert. Oh! Easy 2 for Gobert.
That is right in Gobert's window. Make it easy.
Reeves, the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Reeves. 20 feet out. And he hits the jumper.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Outside Finney-Smith. From deep, Reeves connects from downtown. Reeves has got 5 points. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Kleba with a screen. Finney-Smith passes to Lynn. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Excellent read by Finney-Smith. Boy, has he improved his passing ability.
Outside, Alexander Walker from downtown. The shot off that time. And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 3-point lead. Finney-Smith passes to Lynn. Now here's Reeves. There's a screen by Lynn. The open shot by Reeves. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Alexander Walker, the pass to Gobert. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Pass to McDaniels. And he banks in the layup.
Big ups to this coaching staff. Great play design there.
Here's James. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Lakers, they've got Luka Doncic. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's James, and it's Hayes in at the 5, down low.
You call this a groove, folks. Offensively, when shots are falling, you're getting to your spots. LeBron James right now on his personal playground.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. DiVincenzo against Doncic from outside the arc. And DiVincenzo hits from deep. And that'll tie this game up.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Doncic outside. Pass to James. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
DiVincenzo with it. Now Doncic defending. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. To the inside. A slam dunk by Reed.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Hachimura with a screen on McDaniels. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Now, the very definition of unselfish. LeBron could score every time, but you see his affinity for getting his teammates involved.
It's stolen by Doncic. Doncic punches it home.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Hachimura against McDaniels. Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall, a screen on Doncic. Pass to Randall. Just 5 on the clock. He buries it from 3.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Here's James. Vanderbilt with it. Out to Hachimura. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Here's Randall. Out to DiVincenzo. Question, powered it down. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Hayes finds Doncic. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That'll be a second foul of the game. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. James with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Dante DiVincenzo. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Minnesota?
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
James outside. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs. Outside
Edwards. The 3 is up. Vanderbilt pulls it in. The Lakers have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Hachimura outside. It's James on the wing. LeBron gets the bucket inside.
King James with ice water in his veins. An absolutely breathtaking player.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Now, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Has to Reed. This one for three. And he buries it. Oh, an enormous three-pointer.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Hayes, the pass to Doncic. Six to shoot. Count it!
Was there ever a doubt they'd go to Luka Doncic? This guy is a big-time performer.
And Minnesota has possession. Edwards a screen on Doncic. Here's Alexander Walker. The kick out to Edwards. Edwards on the ball. Oh, wow!
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
James against McDaniels. James inside. Hayes for three. Misses the three. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back right after. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's LeBron James. Then there's Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Back to James. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Minnesota's got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Here's Randall. And he converts the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
Doncic. Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
It's James on the wing. McDaniels covering. Oh, and there's the whistle on the end. In a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
Shooting for Los Angeles, LeBron James. At the line for 2. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
It was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
He drops it first. Both free throws good from James.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Right side Reed. Edwards against James. And Edwards slams it in.
The agility, the hops, everything about Anthony Edwards, so good athletically.
lead. A screen on Vanderbilt. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Edwards. And with his game coming down to the wire, they're quick.
First personal foul. First team foul.
This could be a big call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And it's Doncic missing. Minnesota in the lead. Randall outside. Edwards a screen on Vanderbilt. The kick out to Edwards. Puts up a three. Laces one from three.
Julius Randle can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find to get his teammate an open look.
Hachimura with a screen on Edwards. From deep, here's Doncic. He connects! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the three. Could be what saves the day for them.
Randall against Vanderbilt. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
At the line for 2, Julius Randle.
People getting close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Doncic finds James to take the lead. Minnesota with a rebound. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. 2-point game. And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
James passes to Vanderbilt. And here's Doncic outside. Oh, he nails it! And that one brings them within 1.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 3-point game.
Calm under pressure. And every point here means a lot.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Here's James. Hayes with a screen on McDaniels. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke.
And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've got James. Jackson Hayes is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the point. Now here's Thompson. 4 on the shot clock. Green, no luck. For the finish, and LeBron throws it down hard.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
Outside, Green. Brooks setting a pick for Green. Brooks outside. Green against Doncic. It's deflected and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. We're about 1 minute into the first. So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Following the score by Houston. Hachimura with a screen on Easton. James and LeBron throws it down hard.
Oh, textbook pick and roll there. James doing a great job breaking down the defense.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Ulrich. David?
Hey, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
Using that speed, Green flying by on the drive.
From deep, LeBron. Thompson with the rebound. Hayes with the steal. Out to Doncic. Takes a 3. Doesn't go for him. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Easton passes to Thompson. Going inside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Doncic. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
James looking around. Over in the corner, Doncic. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. Great defense that time from Şengün. You talk about reputations, RJ. Few have one like Dylan Brooks.
I'll give it to this man. He is fearless. He doesn't care if it's Steph, LeBron, his mom, whoever. Dylan is trying to get in their head. You want guys like that on your side.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And Hayes throws it down.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with a nice feed.
Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
There's no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. And there's the drive. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
With his athletic ability, LeBron drives with purpose. He wants to put the D in a difficult position whenever he gets the chance.
Green against LeBron. The drive by Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Pass to Eason. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Doncic passes to James. The shot and finished off by LeBron.
This is classic LeBron leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
Out to Brooks. Shoots over Doncic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And also, give them a lot of credit for that attack mode mentality off the dribble, getting a lot of points off the penetration.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Jared Vanderbilt. James is out there with Doncic. Then there's Hayes, and it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. And the shot goes down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
James can't hit from in close.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Green deciding where to go with it. Bobbed up there for Green. An emphatic LU jam.
That is an impressive pass to Green. But to be honest, when you throw him the lob, he does all the rest of the work.
Hachimura setting the pick for LeBron. Los Angeles with another miss. Rockets leading by 7. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alderman.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
Oh, David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to LeBron. Poked away. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Nice active hands from Green.
Lakers trail by 10. LeBron is doubled. Doncic outside. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim and the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
Now, here's Green. To the inside. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. That's good. The Houston lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from James.
I like how fast Bron makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
And the wide open shot from Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got 9.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Doncic with the bucket.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Now here's Green. He's got 9. Hachimura with it. Now Green defending. Crafty move. Got it, and the Houston League's been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Hachimura.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Houston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger.
So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
Both free throws good from Green. Lakers trail by 8. On the wing, Doncic. There's the drive, and Doncic throws it down.
And great court awareness there helps Luka find an opening, and he just explodes on the drive.
Green bounce pass, and Şengün throws it down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Here's Hachimura following the score by Houston. Vanderbilt a screen on Green. Hachimura kicks to Vanderbilt. Back to Hachimura. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Lakers ball.
3 from the inbound. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets leading by 8. And it's Houston on the break. Now Eason. He's got 7. Back to Green. And so it's the Houston Rockets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
23. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs. They're thinking about the shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Green is out there with Jabari Smith. Then there's Whitmore. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. And it's Landale in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Whitmore with it, working on Finney Smith. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Pass to Finney Smith. Back to Reeves. Six to shoot. Now here's Milton. Oh, good on the 3. Kleba against Green. About 1 minute play here in the second half. Drains the three-pointer.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Reeves gets the bucket.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Whitmore, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
What a fighter. Whitmore was determined to get that to go.
Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Lakers trail by 13. Here's Reeves. The Rockets pull it in. To the paint, here's Landale. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Landale's got his first points of the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Green against Reeves. Pass to Landale. A three-pointer, no good. LA's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Finney-Smith. Len sets a screen for Reeves. Hands it from downtown. Reeves has got 6 points.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's Whitmore. Pass to Landale. Smith outside. Len grabs the board. And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Down by 12. To the left wing. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Green. Here's Reeves. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Landale. Yep, that one goes in there. Landale's got 4 this quarter.
And Smith already understands that you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches.
And he gets it to go.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's Landale. And he makes good on the layup. 6 points for him.
And such great feel for the game, or knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Reeves the pass to Len. And the dunk by Len.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And he drives in. Here's Whitmore. Finney-Smith defending. Landale misses. Lakers trail by 12. On the wing, Reed. Tate covering. Pass to Milton. Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
Los Angeles ball.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Reeves the pass to Finney-Smith. Milton with it. Tate covering. Just 5 to shoot.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
And a wide open look for Whitmore. Off target with his 3. Lakers trail by 12. Kleba finds Reeves. From downtown, drains it from beyond the arc. Reeves has got 11 in the second half.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And so it's the Houston Rockets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Doncic out there with LeBron James. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Hayes in at center.
First team foul.
And here's LeBron outside. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got his 4th rebound in this one. A rebound by the Lakers. There's Green with the 3. Launches a 3. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Continuing to improve that three-point shot. Green hits this one.
Doncic kicks to James. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's the 3. James connects from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Tipped away. And so the ball's out of bounds. Vanderbilt touched it last.
Remain. Houston ball.
And here is Brooks. Driving the lane. Can't connect from short range.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
The shot's good from Vanderbilt.
And that's LeBron, one of the best front court playmakers. That is something you just can't teach.
Here's Thompson. Hachimura grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 7. James, the best of Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Brooks outside. Pass to Eason. 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot. Green, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. LeBron right to the finish.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Pass to Thompson. Baseline try. Lakers with the rebound. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here.
2 minutes remaining.
6 on the shot clock.
2 minutes.
Can they get it? Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
What a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Lakers trail by 3. LeBron dishes to Hayes. Pass to Vanderbilt. LeBron outside. Stolen by Brooks. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Thompson. Drives to the hoop. LeBron against Brooks. Back to Eason. Just 4 to shoot. It's up a 3. Another miss by Houston. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Hayes.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Doncic kicks to Vanderbilt. On the wing, James. He's covered by Eason. Hachimura with a screen on Eason. It's stolen by Green. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
Doncic fires from way outside. Misses the 3.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Eason down low. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that
up at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
To the paint. And there's Green on the assist by Thompson.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Gobert. Three-pointer. They get it back. Can't get the putback. And Brooks has got the ball here for the Rockets. Şengün with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Puts up the 8-footer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Here's Green, following the score by Minnesota. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Edwards against Thompson. Edwards gets the bucket. Edwards got 5.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
And it's hammered home by Green.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Here's DiVincenzo. Left side McDaniels. To the middle. It's tipped. Ooh, it's stolen by Eason. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. It's Eason with the jam.
An underrated part of Green's game is the ability to see the floor and make his teammates better.
Up top, DiVincenzo. The kick out to Edwards. 4-3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Edwards.
Give him 8 points now.
I'll tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
And here is Green. Outside Eason. Launches a 3. Green, the pass to Şengün. Second chance effort. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Brooks outside. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Minnesota has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Şengün. Still no points. Pass to Thompson. And he drives in. Randle pulls down the board. Minnesota in the lead.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
What you say? Wow. Come on now. Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Green against McDaniels. Down low. Here's Brooks. And that comes off the assist by Green. Brooks has got his second basket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pass to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. The three. The kick out to Edwards. Knocks it down from distance. Edwards has got 13.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Right side, Eason. Outside, Green. Back to Eason. Here's Şengün. Outside, Eason. Pass to Thompson. And a miss there on the triple. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. His fingerprints were... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
So for Minnesota right now, Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Punch, that was.
Bad intentions.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
Picked by Gobert. Out to DiVincenzo. And the three-pointer goes. DiVincenzo's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Şengün passes to Eason. On the wing, Green. Shot clock at 6. Eason a screen on McDaniels. Green for 3. Look at Green showing off his range.
Gotta love seeing Green deliver the revenge 3-ball. Payback right at you. Great response.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Green to the rack. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Wow, Green looks almost unstoppable out there, crashing through the defense and getting into a shot.
Here's DiVincenzo, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And that one's good for Brooks.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Stolen by Thompson. Şengün against Edwards. Nifty move. And there's a nice layup by Şengün. Şengün's got his first bucket in this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Edwards a screen on Green. The kick out to Edwards. 4 on the clock. Here's McDaniels. Yep, that one goes.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least...
Oh, a Sensational slam by Ant.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Here's Green. Over to the left wing. Outside Eason. Back to Green. They set the pick. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Thompson's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. DiVincenzo, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Gobert hammers it home.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Brooks a screen on McDaniels. Shot to stop the run, and it's hammered home by Green.
Able to score from anywhere on the court. Green can hurt you in myriad ways, and his game is only growing.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Outside, Green. 3 seconds left with 1 on the clock. It's blocked by Gobert. And we finished off 1 half of play. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 6. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
32. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Cam Whitmore out there with Jayshawn Tate. Then it's Smith. Then it's Jock Landale. And it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Right side Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. Now here's Smith. Covered by Alexander Walker. Up top Smith. Minot pulls it in. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Here's Shannon. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Outside, Alexander Walker. He drops it from range. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
The finish! The Rockets pull it in. Outside Tate. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Miller. Outside Tate. Inside. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Miller on the wing. Outside, Alexander Walker. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And so he hits both. Rockets trail by 5. Outside Whitmore. Pass to Landale. It's stolen. Here's Alexander Walker. Fires in the triple. Alexander Walker's got 8.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Whitmore. Minot pulls it in. Minnesota leading by 8.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Miller left side. A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake. Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Alexander Walker with it. Give him 8. And that's a foul called on Jayshawn Tate. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute and a half left in the third quarter. To the inside. Miller. Back to Alexander Walker. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Smith no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Minot. Pass to Shannon. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J. Shannon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Whitmore outside. On target from range.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Rockets trail by 12. Here's Green. On the wing, Whitmore. Pass to Landale. 5 on the clock. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Whitmore. 3 on the clock. Off the inbound pass. Here's the second effort. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves lead by 12. To the paint. Here's Reed. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Here's Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with, oh, the posterizer from Green.
One of Green's primary attributes, speed. And when he combines that speed with staying under control, that's a problem.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
For three, DiVincenzo.
Well, it's Green's effort that makes him effective as a defender, in addition to his athleticism, but usually he just simply outworks folks.
Now Şengün. Pass to Green. 5 to shoot. Fires the three. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
Quick and mobile. McDaniels can explode to the 10.
And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. 17-point game. And it's Thompson penetrating. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see. Ball movement.
And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards is a load to stop on the bounce simply because he's got a football player's build.
Edwards against Thompson. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Houston ball.
Outside, Green. Brooks a screen on McDaniels. Green in the post. Working on McDaniels. Thompson a screen on DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Thompson against Edwards. Thompson, that's good.
So wide open there. He said, why not? That's like a warm-up shot for him.
Up top, DiVincenzo. Green covering. Green against DiVincenzo. The three. Doesn't go for him.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Thompson outside. Pass to Eason. On the wing, Thompson. Checked by Randall. Thompson goes in. It's good. Thompson's got 6 here in the quarter.
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
The Timberwolves lead by 13. And there's the call on Ben Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
DiVincenzo with it. Checked by Brooks. McDaniels from long range.
And when it comes to defensive wings, Brooks is as good as it gets.
Outside, Green. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. He's all alone. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Now here's Şengün. Green with a screen on Gobert. Here's Şengün. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Timberwolves.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Edwards.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Houston with another miss.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Fires the three. Just outstanding. He hits again, and he's still a perfect 9 for 9.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Takes a step back. 6 to shoot. Green for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Fires fires away from way outside. No good. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.